Alright, welcome everybody to today's YouTube video where I'll be talking to you about how to fix one of the most common problems that a lot of coaches, consultants, experts, and course creators face every single day. And that problem is, drumroll, low quality leads. Now, if that is a problem that you have, if you're tired of having people that jump on a call, they are completely unqualified, they cannot afford your service, they come up with a lot of excuses, and you go to the point where it's just very frustrating and you don't even want to jump on calls anymore, then keep watching this video. Because chances are that at some point you started doing research. Maybe you were looking for answers on YouTube, maybe you started Googling it, maybe you went on Facebook groups, and maybe someone told you that the solution is to use lookalike audiences in your targeting or using interest-based targeting. Well, unfortunately, I have a very bad news to tell you. Targeting Russell Brunson as an interest in your ads is not going to magically allow you to get qualified leads. I know it's a sad truth, but it is what it is. Same thing goes for if you decide to use digital marketing or coaching or real estate or Airbnb in your interest targeting options. The reality is that it just doesn't work like that. And I can tell you that because over the last couple of years, I manage, alongside my team, of course, campaigns and spend millions and millions of dollars on ads for our clients. And in some cases, we even had campaigns where we're spending $10,000 a day on ads, and all we had was one campaign, one ad set, where the targeting was broad targeting, no interest, meaning that we weren't using any lookalike, we weren't using any interest, it was just like completely open targeting, and we just had the ads, and the lead quality was exceptional. Now again, why does that happen? The reason is really simple. The reason why we're still able to get high quality leads for all of our clients is because we don't focus on interest-based targeting, we don't focus on lookalikes, we don't focus on any of that bullshit. We just focus on the creatives and the messaging, because that is what makes the biggest difference when it comes to lead quality. Now, I'm not sure what type of offer you are running. You might be running a business opportunity offer that is dropshipping, SMMA, Airbnb coaching, trading, the usual business opportunity offers. And if that's what you do, that's great. We do work with a ton of clients in that niche, and that's why I can tell you that one of the most common problems that result in low quality leads is the fact that the messaging is way too overused. If in the ads you talk about how to escape the 9 to 5, how to live a life of freedom, how to work from anywhere in the world, and you don't have a messaging that is really a lot more specific, then chances of getting high quality leads are very, very low. So again, one of the most common problems, as I just said, is that your message is just way too generic, way too overused. You're just another guy, and people just get bored, and you're gonna get people on the call that are just desperate, because most of the times, if they also hear that's how you make 10K a month for the next 90 days by learning this one skill, they heard it many times, and the only people that might go ahead, enter their details into the opt-in page, schedule a call, are people that are literally desperate. And that's why you get on a call with people that tell you that they don't have any money, that they cannot afford anything, that they thought that the service was free, that they thought that you could help them for free and that they pay later. Whatever the case might be, it's just way too generic and way too broad. And in just a second, I will explain to you how you can actually go ahead and fix this problem once and for all. Now, the second scenario is for offers that are related to spirituality, life coaching, mindset. And once again, the problem that I see a lot of times here is that people get low quality leads because the messaging is way too generic. A lot of times, like, you hear phrases like, let me actually grab the document really quickly. I had a few examples. You have phrases like unlock your true potential, discover your inner peace and live your best life, find your purpose and achieve personal growth. The reality is that these phrases means everything and nothing at the same time. If you're not specific enough, and if you don't create a message that is specific to a specific segment of the market that really has a specific problem, you're gonna get everybody to watch your VSL, you're gonna get everybody to book a call with you. And most of the times, these people have no clue who you are, they have no idea what you do, they have no idea what your offer is about, and as a consequence, they don't buy because they don't trust you and because they are, realistically speaking, the wrong audience to target. I actually wrote down, and by the way, if I'm checking my phone, it's just because I actually do have a document. If you wanna get the document, it's like a full Google document where I basically go in depth on how you can solve this problem. But there was one phrase, and if you wanna get the document, by the way, just message me on Instagram. I will leave the handle somewhere here. you can just message me. What can you message me? No, that's too long. You can message me shit leads and I will know that I need to send you this document. But yeah, one example, there we go. So instead of saying, for example, find inner peace and happiness, what you could say, let's say that you work with entrepreneurs or high achievers, you could say, are you a high achiever who constantly feels stressed and overwhelmed despite all of your success? I help ambitious professionals break free from burnout and find true joy in their daily lives without sacrificing their goals. You see the difference on how specific one message is compared to the other one. And because the message is so much more specific, you're going to be able to track much better quality leads. Now, how do you do that? Well, my suggestion when it comes to creating marketing messages or creating ads that really resonate with your audience is you just need to look at your sales calls. You need to look at your conversations on Instagram. You need to look at your existing clients. And what you need to look for are patterns. Because after some time, after you start working with more and more clients, you see that you can start seeing patterns. A lot of clients are going to start saying the same exact phrases. A lot of clients have the same background. Like it happens a lot of times, like we work with clients, they maybe work with like 100 clients, and we see that there is like a pattern, and a lot of their clients had a background in construction. So the language and the messaging that we use, if for example, again, the client had 100 clients that work with them, and 80% of them had a background in construction, they wanted to leave their job and they wanted to start an online business, then we're going to be using messaging and keywords that are specific for people that work in constructions. Because again, if someone hears those words, they are going to think, wow, they're talking to me, they're talking to my soul. And because of that, you get the people that are ready to make a change now. Because if you say, yeah, that's how you make 10K a month in the next 9 days, realistically speaking, everybody wants to do that. Who doesn't want to make 10K a month over the next 90 days? Pretty much every person, you go on the street, everybody will say, yes, I want that. But if you use a messaging that is a lot more specific, you use keywords that only a specific segment of the audience can even understand and can even relate to, that's when everything changes. Now, since the creatives and the ads and the messaging is the most important thing, the next question that we need to ask ourselves is, what is the best framework that we can use to create scripts? Now again, I could talk for hours and hours and hours on how to create scripts, because myself, I probably wrote thousands of scripts, and I also reviewed thousands of scripts that my team wrote. And the first thing I will say, without going too specific, without going too in detail, is that the first thing you need to understand is the structure and the framework that you need to use. So when it comes to creating a powerful ad, you need to follow the structure. The first thing you want to do is call out your ideal audience. Second thing that you want to do is you want to state the problem. So what is the problem that your audience is facing? The third thing that you want to do is you want to agitate the problem, meaning what are the second and third order consequences of what is going to happen if they don't fix the problem right now. Fourth thing that you want to do is you want to introduce your solution, meaning how you can help them overcome the problem they're currently facing. Number 5, since we just mentioned the solution, we want to back it up with social proof. So you want to add maybe 3 to 5 related case studies or success stories from your clients that you can use to back up the solution and the claim that you just made. And finally, you want to have a call to action, where the call to action is to send you DM, follow you on Instagram, watch a training, sign up for a webinar, sign up for an online workshop, it doesn't matter. So you can see there are 6 steps that you need to follow in an ad if you want to create an ad that really resonates with your audience and really attracts qualified leads. Now, I will check my notes because probably I do have some examples. Let me actually go here. So maybe I will actually record let me see if I can record my screen here. Okay, I think I am recording the screen, so I'll probably put it on the right. So the example that I have here is for an audience where we talk about binge eating. So again, section number 1 is call out the audience. So how do you do it? You begin your ad with a line that speaks directly to your ideal clients. You use identifiers that are specific to them, like their unique struggle, desire, situation. So for example, you could say, hey, do you find yourself constantly battling the urge to binge eat? Are you a busy professional who feels overworked by stress? So that's what ideally you want to say in the hook, in the first 3 to 5 seconds of the ad. You want to call out the audience. And the reason why it works is that it instantly makes your ideal client feel like the ad is specifically talking to them. They will be more likely to pay attention, thinking, finally, someone understands what I'm going through. Because people, they want to know that someone else is going through the same problem that they're going through now, and someone else has the solution. That's what motivates people to take action, click on your ad, and enter your details on the next page. or send you DM. Second thing, you want to present the problem. So now that you have their attention, it's time to present the problem that they're facing. Your goal here is to make them see that you understand their pain point better than anyone else. So how do you do it? You clearly and concisely describe the problem that they're experiencing. You use vivid language to paint a picture in their daily struggle and frustration. So for example, again, going back to the binge eating offer, you feel trapped in a cycle of binge eating where every day feels like a battle with your own cravings and you are exhausted from hiding it from others. The reason why it works is because you articulate the problem accurately. Your audience feels understood, like even before, hiding it from others. That's something that only a few people who have the problem will be able to resonate, because again, when it comes to, for example, like this offer, binge eating, think about how many different angles you can go after. One of the angles that you can go after is hiding it from others and how that causes shame in them. So when you have your offer, you need to also think about all the different angles, because all the different angles are going to be attracting a specific segment inside of your audience. So you then look at all of the ads, all of the angles that you're testing, and some of those angles are going to get you much better quality leads. So that's why you need to track them and you need to test multiple angles. But going back to the script, as I was saying before, the third section is going to be about agitating the problem. So it's not enough to just present the problem. You also need to dig deeper and make them feel the urgency to solve it now. Because again, we want to sell the click. We want people to go to the next page and we want them to do it now. Not next week, not next month, now. So how do we do it? We highlight what will happen if the problem is not resolved. We speak to the emotional, social, and physical cost, and we make them realize that the pain that they're feeling is just the beginning. So again, going back to the offer that we said before, we could say, if you don't address this now, it won't just stay a binge eating. It will lead to weight gain, health problems, and even deeper emotional scars. The shame and secrecy will only grow, making you withdraw from social situations and the people you love. And again, why it works? Because you agitate the problem, creates emotional tension, making the viewer feel uncomfortable about their current situation. And the discomfort is the key to motivating them to seek a solution. Then section number 4 is going to be about presenting your unique solution. So now what you need to do is offer them a way out. So present your unique solution as the answer to their problems. This is where you explain how your method, system, or approach is different from anything else that they've tried before. So you want to describe your solution in a way that makes it sound exclusive and highly valuable. Share how you help others or your own journey in overcoming the same issue. That's why I developed the XYZ method, a proven approach that tackles the root cause of binge eating, not just the symptoms. This method has already helped hundreds of people break free from the cycle, regain control, and feel confident in social situations again. Again, remember what we said before, once you make a claim, once you present a solution, the first thing that you want to do right after is to back it up with social proof. So in this case, you share 4 to 5 success stories from your clients who have achieved remarkable results using your approach. So here you could say, and this is the same exact method that allowed Natalie to go from A to Z, or Andrew to go from A to Z. And again, when it comes to the social proof and the case studies, one key rule that you also need to remember is that, once again, you need to be specific. You need to give a few details that when people hear them, they're going to think, once again, wow, it literally feels like he's talking to me. He's not making it general, he's talking to me. So the more specific you also are with the case studies and the social proof, the better. And finally, again, as I was saying before, call to action. But that's pretty simple. You just invite them to go to the next step, which can be send a message, follow you on Instagram, check out a free training, sign up for a webinar, sign up for a workshop, or buy a low-ticket product offer if you do have a low-ticket product offer. So basically, as you saw, the call out, problem, agitate, solution, social proof, and call to action is the best framework that you can use when it comes to writing high converting scripts. That being said, that's it for today's video. If you have questions or if you need help when it comes to script writing and creating ads that are very powerful and really attract high quality leads, then as always, you can just go on Instagram, you can message me, and I'll be more than happy to help you, whether it is through one-on-one coaching or whether that is through my Done For You services, where we basically build the end-to-end acquisition system for you. Script all the ads, edit all the ads, create the funnel, do all the media buying, do all the tracking, and the only thing you need to do, realistically speaking, is just recording the videos, overlooking the KPIs. So again, whether you want to work with me one-on-one, whether you want to work with me with a Done For You service with my team, whatever options, we're open to it, and we're going to be more than excited to work with you and help you take your coaching, consulting, or course business to the next level. With that being said, I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.